Now, these persons who are envious of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan judge him according to the wickedness of their own hearts. Even many of those who do not believe in him feel this way about him, that he should do such and such according to how they see things. This self-righteous and envious behavior is described in the Holy Quran. Well, Allah settles the matter regarding the charity given to the Messiah, since some people feel that they have rights to how he spends the charity. But Allah states the following in the Holy Quran. And whatever Allah restored to his messenger from them, you did not press forward against it any horse or any riding camel. In other words, you had nothing to do with it. But Allah gives authority to his messengers against whom he pleases. And Allah is possessor of power over all things. Whatever Allah restored to his messenger from the people of the towns, it is for Allah and for the messenger, and for the near of kin, and the orphans, and the needy, and the wayfarer. So it be not taken by turns by the rich among you. And whatever the messenger gives you, accept it. And whatever he forbids you, abstain therefrom, and keep your duty to Allah. Surely Allah is severe in retribution. In other words, Allah is not playing with any accusations falsely made against how the Messiah handles the money. Severe in retribution. So this makes it clear that Allah is completely responsible for the bounty or resources that he has given to the Messiah, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. This includes the charity that Allah inspires the people to give to his cause. And the cause of Allah is the work that he guides his Messiah to accomplish. That's the cause of Allah. For those who want to have the cause of Allah seem like it's some ethereal thing floating out in the space, if he raises the Messiah for the redemption of humanity, that's the cause of Allah. Now, perhaps some may not realize that their behavior demonstrates envy, because their overwhelmingly self-righteous attitudes dim their perception of their actions. No one's gonna raise their hand and say, yes, I'm envious. We can't expect that. Well, such persons believe that they're fighting for a just cause under the auspices of exposing someone. But any simple-minded onlooker can clearly see that such a person is filled with envy. Who the hell are you to expose somebody? I see sometimes some of these YouTube videos exposing the Nation of Islam, exposing the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. What? Who the hell are you? Who knows you? You just filled with envy, and it's clear. But there's a way out, because who's to blame for the envy that is laden within us? Well, we cannot ignore the reality that the enslaved black people of the Western Hemisphere were subjected to social engineering that installed envy into our hearts. And consequently, this spiritual disease has made its way into our genetic makeup. Now, Willie Lynch was part of that process, putting the light against the dark, the short against the tall, the long hair against the short hair, black women against black men, black children against their parents. Like, that's just what they do. And the only way you can do that is that you have to put envy in there, as well as other things, but envy is also in there as part of the scheme. Now let's consider the following from Brother Jabril, since the Honorable Elijah Muhammad put him on a study of envy. He states, given both the depth to which we black people have fallen in the death of the depravity of our former slave masters. Opposition to any black leader working to lift us from hell will intensify in proportion to that leader's nearness to Allah, or to Almighty God, Given the condition of the people of America, the maximum degree of opposition is to be directed to those directly chosen by the divine supreme being to re-educate, reform, and free black people of America. A major factor in this opposition is the exploitation of jealousy and envy, which already exists in black people. We must know the history of black people in America to understand that deadly form of jealousy and envy which has plagued us as a people during our stay in America. Now, we talk about the trauma that we experienced in 310 years of chattel slavery, but few people mention the saturation of envy and jealousy placed upon us, and is at the root of why we can't unite for a long period of time.